Welcome, my friend. Today, we embark on How to Pray, Step-by-Step Prayer Guide for Beginners. A sacred journey, one that leads us closer to God through the simple but profound act of prayer. Whether you're new to prayer or seeking to deepen your spiritual practice, this step-by-step guide will show you how to connect with the divine, how to quiet your heart, and how to truly listen to God's voice. Many people think of prayer as complicated, or that it requires specific words or rituals. But the truth is, prayer is a conversation between your heart and the Creator of the universe. And like any conversation, it begins with openness and a willingness to listen as much as we speak. Step 1, Finding a quiet space. The first step, my friend, is to find a quiet space. A place where you can be still, undisturbed, and free from distractions. For some, it may be a room in their home, a garden, or even just a quiet corner. The space doesn't have to be perfect, but it should allow you to focus and breathe deeply. You see, God speaks in the stillness, and when we quiet our surroundings, we open ourselves up to hearing His voice. I've learned that it's not about the grandeur of the space, but about the posture of the heart. A humble heart will hear God anywhere. Step 2, Begin with gratitude. Before asking or seeking, always begin with gratitude. Gratitude is the doorway to God's presence. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, reminding us of God's constant provision and love. In my own prayers, I start by thanking God for the breath in my lungs, for the beauty of creation, and for His grace that sustains me each day. Take a moment, wherever you are, to thank Him for the small and the large blessings in your life. Gratitude opens the heart and clears the path for deeper communion with God. Step 3, Speak from the heart. Prayer doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need fancy words or long, rehearsed speeches. God doesn't listen to the eloquence of your words, He listens to the sincerity of your heart. Speak to Him as you would to a close friend. Share your joys, your sorrows, your hopes, and your fears. Be honest, because God already knows everything about you. He is not distant or indifferent, He is your loving Father, and He cares about every detail of your life. When I pray, I often begin by simply saying, Lord, here I am. And then I pour out whatever is on my heart. Some days, it's a prayer of gratitude. Other days, it's a prayer of sorrow or confusion. But every time, I know God is listening with a heart full of love. Step 4, Listen and be still. Prayer is not just about speaking, it's about listening. One of the greatest lessons I've learned in my journey is the importance of stillness. After you have shared your heart, take a moment to be silent. Rest in God's presence. We live in a world filled with noise, and it's easy to carry that noise into our prayer life. But God often speaks in a whisper, in the quiet moments when we are still and open. In the silence, you may not hear an audible voice, but you will feel God's peace. His guidance will come, perhaps not in the way you expect, but in the way that you need. Step 5, Ask for guidance and strength. Once you have spent time in gratitude and shared your heart, don't be afraid to ask God for what you need. Whether it's guidance for a difficult decision, strength for a challenge you're facing, or wisdom to navigate life's uncertainties, God is eager to help you. But remember, when you ask, trust in His timing. Sometimes the answer may come quickly, and other times it may require patience and faith. As I've learned over the years, God's answers are always perfect, even if they don't match our expectations. Step 6, Close with trust and surrender. Finally, end your prayer with an act of trust and surrender. As you close your prayer, release your worries and fears into God's hands. Trust that He is working all things for your good, even when you can't see the full picture. In my own life, I've seen the power of surrender. When I let go of control and trust God's will, I experience a peace that surpasses understanding. So, as you finish your prayer, say, Lord, I trust you. Your will be done. And believe that God is with you every step of the way. Conclusion, making prayer a daily practice. Prayer is not just a once-in-a-while activity, it's a daily practice. It's a way of living, a rhythm of the heart. The more you pray, the closer you will feel to God, and the more peace and clarity you will find in your life. Don't worry about getting it right. Just start where you are. God meets you in your honesty, in your simplicity, in your heart's desire to draw near to Him. And the more you pray, the more you'll discover that God's presence is always with you, guiding, comforting, and loving you. So, my friend, I encourage you today, make time for prayer. Even if it's just a few minutes in the morning or before bed. You'll find that those moments with God will transform your entire day, and in time, your entire life. If this guide to prayer has touched your heart, take a moment to share it with others. Prayer is a gift we can all experience. If you're new to prayer or looking to deepen your practice, I invite you to subscribe to this channel for more teachings, reflections, and spiritual guidance. Follow our link in description to download our free basic prayer guide to learn more on how to pray effectively. May peace, wisdom, and God's love fill your heart each day. And remember, my friend, prayer is a journey, one that will lead you to the heart of God. Until next time, go in peace.